Bud Grant is more than 3 decades removed from having to worry about a football season as a head coach. He is now 90 years old, and he thought he had done it all until he got a call from a world-renowned artist who grew up here, a guy named Mark Balma, who wanted to paint a portrait of Bud. We were there when they did. We have long marveled at Bud Grant, the picture of a quiet, confident leader. Mark Balma grew up in North Minneapolis, not an avid Viking fan.
So my father was a great Vikings fan. I was not so much into sports, I was into the arts. But I really, even as a child, I would see the importance that Coach Grant had on the team and the public.
He grew into a world-renowned artist. He has sat in the Oval Office with presidents, capturing the essence of them by being with them. On this day, he is doing the same, not in the Oval Office, but in Bud Grant's office.
It came out of the blue. I don't know how, this is all arrived at or who I'd be holding to, but I have to say, he's a pretty good artist.
Balma likes to go on location for all his work, including symbolism on ceilings and beyond.
I prefer to meet with them, as I did with all the presidents. He was either in the Oval Office, their private office, House of Lords, when I was doing, when I did some of the portraits in London, and so.
Is the Oval Office comparable to this office?
Bigger.
See, it might be 40 years removed, but Grant's stature is still revered. Just something about the demeanor.
And I always felt that a portrait of Bud was really important to do, and so Coach Grant, and so I've been commissioned by portraits to do, and there's sometimes I just do portraits because I think they're important to do, and I always felt that Coach Grant was a statesman of the sports field.
So they sit and talk, seemingly with little in common, but maybe not. Grant sees and appreciates talent in any walk of life.
I like football, I like sports, but I admire people who do things that I can't do. I cannot portrait paint, I cannot play a violin, I cannot sing, but I admire people who do perform in the entertainment, but they do things that I can't do.
This is different for Balma, too. And you have to ask, how is it different than, say, sitting with a president? How does a sitting with him compare to a sitting with the president?
It's very similar. I mean, there's a lot of activity usually outside the office, but usually when we got working here, we had great conversations. I had great conversations with Coach Grant and along with the presidents.
Not a lot in common, perhaps, but you sense both enjoy the process.
It's important to see the person active. It's important to see them the way they normally talk or express themselves, because from that point I have a visual memory that takes snapshots.
When it's complete, the two masters have signed a masterpiece, capturing the wisdom of a man for the ages. Job well done. I guess, and they're still deciding where it will be displayed, possibly the Minnesota History Center.